Hello, this video is on dry powder magnetic particle testing, and what we will be talking about is empty testing using a AC yoke and dry powder. So remember, whenever we do magnetic particle testing, we have to first decide on two items. What is the magnetization method? Are you going to use coils, central conductor, or the AC yoke? So in this case, we are going to be using the AC yoke. Then the second item we have to select is the magnetic media. Are we going to use dry powder, wet magnetic particles, and if they are wet magnetic particles, would that be visible or fluorescent? So all of that has to be decided. The magnetization method in this case will be AC yoke, and the magnetic media is dry powder. So first thing we are going to do is that before we start the testing, we have to check three items. The lifting power of the yoke should be 10 pounds. The light level should be 1000 lux. And when we do the inspection, it has to be done in two orthogonal directions, which are plus minus 90 degrees. So let's start with the inspection now. And like I said, the first thing is going to be checking the lifting power of the yoke. So you put a 10-pound weight here, and this is the yoke, turn it on, and it's done. So we are able to lift 10-pound weight. So the yoke has passed the test. So we have enough magnetization. Number two will be the light level. And as you can see here, the light level is 840, something like that, 800 lux. That's not enough light level. So what I have done is to supplement the light level, I have turned using extra light to bring it to 1000 lux. So now it's 1100. So it's you can see it crosses 1000 lux. So that's good enough. So that's the light level. Now we will start with the empty testing and the dry powder. Let me bring it here. So this is the dry powder, and we will start with this plate first. So put it here, and what we will do is I will apply the magnetic particle testing powder, and you can see the indication is right here, very clear. So it's right there, and you want to see that. Bring it closer and do it at the zoom 5 level. Okay, you got it. Then you have to do it at the plus minus 90 degrees, and that's going to be here. Again, there should be enough light, and I have to spray the particles, and then you can blow it off with this one. Okay, so you can see it here, the second indication at 90 degrees, which is right here. So we can see both of them. The first one when I put the yoke like this, and the second one when I did the yoke like this. So let's test this sample, and in this sample I will just apply the magnetic field. And you have to spray the particles when you apply the magnetic field. Again, that's very important. And spray it lightly, not a lot, because if you dump a lot of particles, they will actually cover the indication. So here we see the indication here, it's very clear, and it's right here. So you can zoom it at times 5, and it's right there. So if in presence of light, it's right there, it's pretty clear, right there. So it's a quick demonstration of the dry powder. Again, remember, when you spray the dry powder, it should be sprayed lightly while the magnetization is on or the magnetic field is being applied. Let's talk about the advantages and limitations of dry powder. The advantages are that the dry powder technique actually can be applied at higher temperatures. So the dry powder is can be applied at higher temperatures compared to the wet technique. And then the limitation of this technique is that you cannot do overhead inspection, because then the particles will fall down, and the sensitivity relative to the wet fluorescent is low. And thank you very much.